Alright, let's think for a moment. Adding new world events and even like new chime game modes sound pretty cool. But like, I don't want to be that guy, but what do we get from it? Like, what are the rewards from killing the parasol or like winning a conquest match? I don't think I'll accept anything other than like new content, to be honest. Like, imagine you go to a conquest chest and like open it and all you get is like deep gems. Like, you can literally get like deep gems easier than calabashes nowadays. But maybe you can get armor enchants and legendary weapons. I'm gonna be honest, nobody cares about rail blades or grand sudaruskas anymore. Like, everything now is just so easily attainable that like this new type of content that's being added needs exclusive rewards. This is where artifacts come into play. An exclusive item that you can only get from world events or winning a conquest match. So the way artifacts worked in, Rogue Lineage is that they buffed your character by like a substantial amount. Now in Deepwoken, I don't think the devs want to go like with permanent upgrades with artifacts. I mean, even now, the only artifact in the game is that purple orb, that you can turn in for some like mid loot. But you don't like use it for anything, and it doesn't come back in the game ever again. So what I want to do is like expand like the new event loot pool, so it includes like the new artifacts and stuff that I have a couple ideas for. Starting off with the first artifact you can get, I call it the Depths Anchor, or like the Deep Anchor, and it basically allows you to travel to any layer of the depths just like that. You want to go to layer 1, boom, it just sends you down. No whirlpool, no none of that. And if you want to go to layer 2, sure, you can just select like layer 2. But the thing is, you have to actually like travel to the layer in order to get quick access to it. So you can't just instantly teleport to floor 2, without actually being there in the first place. So the next artifact I call is like a soul tuner. So it's basically like a tuning fork, if you've ever seen one of those. But it basically allows you to see like the soul of a person. You can see kind of like the soul hovering around the body. The soul tuner has like 2 functionalities. You can see the resonance progress of a person. So if their soul is like directly on them, that means they have a bell. If it's like floating around them, then that means, they're not there yet. Its second function is actually giving you like observation hockey or something. So if you press it, for like, let's say for like 3 seconds, you just auto dodge everything, but you can't attack. Another artifact that I want to do is kind of like a helmet. Not really a helmet, but it kind of replaces the helmet. I call it the Titan Crown. So you know how like most like the legendary rings that like add attribute stats to your weapons, they don't have one for fortitude, which is kind of good because everybody does fortitude. But what if they added like a crown, like a helmet, that you can wear that adds fortitude scaling, so all the tank builds can have like some extra M1 damage. But the thing is, the crown doesn't give like health. That's it. So you can't wear like a 24 HP helmet anymore if you have the crown on, which I guess is pretty much like an even trade-off in my opinion. Now there has to be some like extra stuff in the chests for these events, and I don't really want it to be like the stuff we already have, so how about we come up with some like new enchant stones. First up, we have the Curse of the Dreadstar. Every M1 silences your opponent. They cannot use mantras for like 1.5 seconds.
Lord, why are you buffing Silent Heart more? Are you brain dead?
I wouldn't say it's necessarily like a buff to Silent Heart, it's just kind of like extra utility. But the drawback, because it's a curse, you take 30% more mantra damage. So if you're a Silent Heart and you're using this curse, it basically gets rid of your like Return to Dark Ages resistance. It's kind of an even trade-off, I would say. The next enchant stone that I have is what I call the Sacred Symphony enchant. So basically every time you parry a mantra, it basically empowers your own mantra. If you parry like a strong left, your next mantra will do like, I don't know, like a set amount of more damage. And maybe just like how Inhale like amplifies like the mantra modifications, maybe have it do that as well. What I think they should also do is kind of like add back the unobtainable enchantments. So kind of like Astral, which is basically like 30% more PvE damage. And they should also add back Tainted Sorrow, which is basically Nemesis but reverse. It brings the people towards you instead of you teleporting to them. What if they added armor enchant stones? Like, I'm talking a drowned stone, a stench stone, like No more going to Claris and like relying on RNG to get whatever enchant you want on your armor piece. Let's see what else is there. Oh, alloys. I'm thinking alloys or stones that apply stars. So like, let's say there's like an alloy you can get that can make any weapon 3-star anything, you know? If you want 3-star damage or pen or weight or whatnot, you can all be applied with that alloy, so you don't have to go like farming for anything. I think they should also add more star attributes. I was thinking of like, you know, so I'm saying like 3-star like chip damage, you know, adds like 10 or 15% more chip damage to your weapon, or 3-star swing speed adds like 0.05 extra swing speed to your weapon, and maybe even like sharpness or something, or bleed damage. You know, it adds or increases bleed damage by like 15% or something like that. And like these star alloys can also be applied to armor, so it can buff it even more, you know, just like stuff like that. And to be honest, I kind of want all these items to be like world event or conquest exclusive, because like, I'm not saying like some of this stuff can be like reused as layer 2 drops, but I just really want to see like the world events and conquest be like really popular with people. So yeah, but that's pretty much it for the video. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. And I just want to say thank you for 1,000 subscribers. It's a massive milestone. I don't know, maybe I'll start streaming or something like that, and yeah, that's pretty much it. See you around.